good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. I want to come down here real quick because we have breaking news. According to TMZ, it says Denise Richards, my husband threatened to kill me. Temporary restraining order granted against Aaron Phypers. It says Denise Richards has been granted a temporary domestic violence restraining order against her estranged husband, Aaron Phypers, after accusing him of physical and verbal abuse with gnarly photos showing her bruised up face as evidence. In court documents filed Wednesday and obtained by TMZ, the actress and reality star alleges several instances of violence against her at the hands of her estranged husband, and even says he threatened to kill her and himself if she was to report him to the police. Setting the scene of what she allegedly went through, Denise writes, throughout our relationship, Aaron would frequently violently choke me, violently squeeze my hand with both hands, tightly squeeze my arms, violently slap me in my face and head, aggressively slam my head into the bathroom towel rack, and more. The Real Housewives alum says Aaron severely bruised her eye in an attack from 2022. Denise claims she and Aaron were at his workplace in Malibu when he became paranoid. The potted plants he bought in contained listening devices. She alleges he then struck her in the eye with the heel of his palm while calling her a fucking bitch. She also provides red carpet photos from the following year that shows bruises on her arms. She alleges the bruises came from her husband when she forgot to cover them up. In one instance, she feared for her life. Denise claims Aaron got violent with her after she suggested he not go on a work trip with her. She writes, Aaron grabbed me by the back of my head, by my hair, and slammed me into the ground and screamed, "You are not canceling my flight. I am going with you and I do not trust you." In instances happening as recently as early as July, the Denise Richards and her Wild Things star claims Aaron stormed into her office townhouse and screamed at her to hand over her phone. When she refused, she claims he aggressively marched towards me, squeezed my arm extremely tight and aggressively, and made his demand once more. When she threatened to call 911, she alleges he warned, "I would like to see the cops take me away. I will blow everything up if they try." By the way, the alleged incident, which she claims also included Aaron calling her a cunt whore, started on July 4th and continued until July 5th. That's notable because in his divorce petition, Aaron listed July 4th as the date of separation. I remember that. We'll get to that in a second. Adding to her fear, Denise tells the court her ex is in possession of at least 8 unregistered guns. The examples go on, but you get the idea. The restraining order will last through August 8th when the pair are due in court. He has been ordered to stay 100 yards away from Denise, her home, her place of work, and vehicle. We broke the news Aaron filed for divorce earlier this month and recited irreconcilable differences. The pair married in 2018, and Denise swore up and down that she would never get divorced again just months before their marriage ended. As you know, Denise was previously married to Charlie Sheen, while Aaron previously divorced Nicolette Sheridan. This is wild. I do remember him filing for divorce on July 5th and remember him saying that the date of separation was July 4th. And I remember saying, could you imagine how mad he must have been over the weekend to have to wait until the courthouse opened up on Monday morning to file for divorce? And I also remember when he filed for divorce, Denise was over there paying for everything. And I remember thinking, what the hell is he over there paying for? And that would explain a lot, that she was over there paying for everything because he was over there beating her. Because I just can't see a world where Denise is over there paying for everything. Is he not working? What was the reason? What was the reason she was paying for everything? I knew it had to be some reason, but I would have never guessed it was because she was over there being abused. I think that sometimes women get into relationships with men where they make more money than him, so they cover things, but it seemed like every expense she was covering from the paperwork that he filed. This is crazy, y'all. I'm always shocked by how many women and men endure domestic violence and stay in those situations. It's not that I don't understand how difficult it can be to leave, but with stories like Tina Turner and Nicole Brown and Steve McNair, I would have thought that more people would walk away after the first incident because it's only going to get worse.
How do you have time to worry about who?
It's only going to get worse. Oh my God. I just feel so bad for her. These pictures, I don't want to show the pictures. I'm sure y'all will see the pictures by the time this video come out. I'm sure you guys will see the pictures. But her eye, oh my God, this eye looks horrible. This eye looks horrible. He hit you in your face. And then they showed the bruises on her arm. I feel horrible for her. I feel horrible for her. And you just never know what people are going through. This puts a whole new meaning to why she didn't want what happened with her and Brandy in the restroom after they filmed to get out there on camera, because we didn't know what she was going through at home. And that's why sometimes I feel like sometimes you just need to leave shit alone. Sometimes you need to leave shit alone. It wasn't everybody's business what happened between her and Brandy. But the thing is, Brandy has the right to say what she did, right? I get that Denise didn't want the story out there, but you did it with somebody else, and she should be allowed to tell her story. But I get that Denise didn't want that out there because we didn't know what she was going through at home. But Lisa Rinna and Kyle and everybody was just trying to make good TV. I think that Kyle and Rinna and the girls was just trying to make good TV, but I doubt that they thought or that they knew that Denise was going through something with domestic violence. I don't think that they knew that. I just think that the girls try to make good TV, but I honestly don't think that they knew that. I would have never guessed it. I would have never guessed it. I don't put nothing past nobody. I told y'all before, I've seen so much in my life. If a woman tells me that a man did something to her, 10 times out of 10, let me just say 10 times out of 10, I'm a believer when it comes to domestic violence. I always believe that. I've seen it so many times. And for some reason, I think that I remember, maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm not. Y'all let me know in the comments. I kind of remember something happening where he was somewhere with Denise and he was squeezing her hand or something. Am I tripping? I think that I remember something happening and he ended up squeezing Denise's hand and she said something about it. This is crazy. This is the second housewife that we had on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills who at least admitted or that we found out going through domestic violence. And he threatened to kill her and himself. And I'm just so shocked. And I'm not victim shaming. I'm just so shocked that she was going through this because she has young daughters. She has daughters. And of course they've seen their mother's eye. Of course they've seen her eye. They live in the house with her. Aaron had the nerve to say that he wanted spousal support from Denise. What? After he was beating her? That is crazy. He had the nerve to request spousal support from her after he was over there beating her. Y'all, this is sad. This is sad. I'll be here to cover the story as we get more developments. Y'all, this is horrible. I just want anybody who's out there that listens to this video and who's going through domestic violence, I just think that you should leave. And even if you meet somebody and they put their hands on you, I just think that you should leave because it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support, and I'll see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it.